Hello, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. We are at the case update of the Kaivonni Vachon / Michael Allen case, part 2. Kaivonni Lynn Vachon was born on September 5th of 2019 to Michael Allen and Kayla Vachon. The major case update of the 80-year sentence, although I am certain that Michael has been wrongfully convicted, was a long time coming, as it only came after 2 trials. The first trial was in June of 2024. Kaivonni's mom, Kayla, testified that Michael is a good father and is not known to lose his temper. Kayla testified that she never witnessed Michael ever lay a hand on any of his children. When Kaivonni died, Michael was the father of 4 children. After having 3 boys from a previous relationship, Kaivonni was his princess. The princess, and by all accounts, Kaivonni was a cared for child and was very loved by both sides of the family. Instead of attending his daughter's funeral, Michael was sitting in jail. However, while awaiting trial 8 months after Kaivonni died in October of 2021, Kayla bailed Michael out of jail. They went on to conceive another child together. Their son Kamari was born in August of 2022. While Kayla worked 12-hour shifts, she would leave baby Kamari home with Michael. After the jury at the first trial deliberated for 6 hours, they could not agree on a verdict, and as such, it ended in a mistrial. Second trial took place on June 3rd of this year. During the second trial, the prosecution filed a motion that prohibited anyone taking the stand to say anything with regards to Michael being a good father, and did not get angry or discipline his daughter. As such, when Kayla was asked if Michael was a good dad and whether he disciplined Kaivonni this time around, she was unable to answer. June 5th of this year, the jury of all white men for the second trial in this case came back with a guilty verdict. Michael was also ordered to pay $12,342 in restitution. During a murder trial, during any trial, the prosecution must prove beyond reasonable doubt of what the defendant is being accused of. In this case, the prosecution alleged that Michael murdered his 17-month-old daughter, Kaivonni. By a plethora of accounts, Michael Allen is a caring and active father in all of his kids' lives, and I, along with many others, do not believe that he committed filicide. Filicide is the act of a parent unaliving their own child. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath what Kaivonni's mother, father, family members, friends, and medical records have all confirmed that Kaivonni Lynn Vachon had been having stomach issues prior to dying. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath the fact that Michael rushed his daughter to the hospital. In fact, he realized that the fire station was closer and in desperate need, and in a time that what I could only imagine was probably the worst day of his life, banged on the door of the fire station where firefighter EMTs came out to assist. There were no signs of bruising on the 17-month-old baby. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath the fact that in the original affidavit, Dr. Scott Wagner reported that Kaivonni's injuries would only come from a fist, knee, or elbow. Additionally, he opined that she would have bled out within 10 to 15 minutes after sustaining her injuries to her from the torn mesentery. In his deposition, Dr. Wagner stated that her injuries could have come from a fist, knee, or object of that size. An object of that size could have been anything in the household. Dr. Wagner also opined that Kaivonni's injuries were consistent from falling from 20 to 30 feet. At trial, Dr. Wagner testified that Kaivonni's injuries could have been caused by a fist, knee, elbow, or object of that size, or falling from 20 to 30 feet, a car accident, running into something sharp like an edge of the table, among other things. So at trial, when asked about the 10 to 15 minute bleed out time, he changed his mind, saying that it could have taken over an hour. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath the fact that even though Kemp University, the Center for Integrity in Forensic Science, among many other resources and experts offering to assist in Michael's defense, came forward and his public defender declined. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath the fact that in Dr. Shannon Thompson's testimony, the prosecution's expert in the second trial, she testified that she could not say who or what caused Kaivonni's injury, when it occurred, or how long it would have taken for her to pass away, saying it could have taken up to a day. When asked what caused the injury, she did not say anything about a hand, fist, or elbow or punch to the stomach. Dr. Thompson also testified that Kaivonni could have died up to 2 days after sustaining the injury. I think reasonable doubt lies beneath the fact that if that statement were true, why is Kaivonni's other parent not being charged as well? I think we all know why, and it sounds about right. We've reached the end of today's episode over at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. Thank you so much for coming down the rabbit hole where I currently live. Stay tuned for the next episode on the next case. You can find full episodes of these recordings on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and of course here on TikTok. If you like my content, do me a solid and rate my show wherever you listen. As always, I respect and accept your opinions. I welcome all comments, questions, case suggestions, etc. Call me, beat me at yayareahousewife@gmail.com. And yes, that's yay area with the Y, like E40 said. I'll see you chismosas y chismosos in the next. Bye.